Let's talk about SoloTex. It's a new platform that's aiming to build a kind of superhighway between two very different worlds. You've got the super fast on-chain world of crypto on one side and the old-school traditional world of the stock market on the other.
Okay, so let's just dive right into this, because this isn't some small idea we're talking about. The whole concept of turning every single real-world asset, stocks, bonds, even real estate, into a token that can live and breathe on a blockchain, well, that's a massive shift in how finance works. And it's not some far-off prediction. It's actually starting to happen right now. But here's the problem, right? If you're a Web3 native, someone who's totally comfortable holding your own assets on a blockchain, there's always been this huge wall. It separates all your crypto capital from these traditional investment opportunities. Trying to move money out of crypto just to buy some stocks, it's always been a total pain.
And we're not talking about pocket change here. There's a mind-boggling $300 billion just sitting in stablecoins. A huge chunk of that capital is looking for a way to diversify into things like the S&P 500, but without the headache of leaving the crypto world they're so comfortable in. I mean, just look at this contrast. It's night and day. On-chain folks are used to everything being instant, 24/7, with almost no friction. You scan a QR code and boom, you're done. But if you want to access stocks, it feels like stepping back in time. You're dealing with slow wire transfers, bank holidays, and waiting for days just for your own money to settle. It's a huge step down in user experience.
So this is the gap that really needs to be bridged. And that is precisely the problem that SoloTex is trying to solve. They're building a seamless gateway for Web3 users to finally get access to capital markets.
And here's the most important part. This isn't just another Robinhood trying to get traditional investors. No. This is a platform built from the ground up, specifically for people who are already on-chain, people who hold stablecoins, and who want to stay right there in that environment.
And this is not some fly-by-night operation either. SoloTex is actually a joint effort from two pretty serious players. You've got Sologenic, which is a major decentralized exchange, or DEX, in the crypto space, and they're partnering with Texture Capital, a broker-dealer that's fully regulated by FINRA here in the US. So you've got this mix of crypto innovation and traditional financial compliance.
All right, so let's get into the mechanics. How does this whole thing actually work to create an experience that feels natural for a crypto user, but still operates within the rules of the traditional financial system?
So, the process is designed to be as simple as possible. Yeah, because it's regulated in the US, you do have to go through a standard Know Your Customer or KYC process. But the key step, the magic really, is funding your account. Instead of some clunky wire transfer, you just scan a QR code, send USDC from your wallet, and that's it. It's ready for trading in minutes.
And this right here gets to the heart of the whole thing. It's all about removing that traditional banking layer, the slowest, most frustrating part of the whole process, and replacing it with the speed and the simplicity of a stablecoin transaction.
Okay, so of course, with any new financial product, you have to read the fine print. It's super important to understand the details. So let's look at what SoloTex is today and, just as important, what it isn't, at least not yet. Now, this is a really, really important distinction to make. With SoloTex, because it's operating onshore through a regulated broker, you directly own the actual underlying stock. This is a huge difference from a lot of offshore models where you might just own a derivative or a token from some special purpose vehicle, which, adds a whole lot of extra counterparty risk. Okay, but here it is. The million-dollar question for any true crypto native is this. Can I take these assets and plug them into the bigger world of decentralized finance?
And the short, direct answer is no, not yet. The reason for that really comes down to one critical thing: regulation. The platform is built to be 100% compliant within the current US regulatory system.
So, while you can't go and use your tokenized stocks in DeFi today, you got to see this as phase one. The team has been super clear that full integration is the end goal, but it's going to happen in lockstep with how the regulations evolve. It's compliance first, and then full DeFi composability, which is just that ability for these assets to seamlessly talk to all the other decentralized finance apps out there.
And in a similar way, the trading hours aren't the 24/7, 365 that everyone in crypto is used to. SoloTex operates 24/5, Monday to Friday, and that's because it plugs directly into the traditional stock market to get that deep liquidity. So it's a trade-off, right? You get real market access, but you have to play by the market's hours.
So why does any of this matter? Why are we even talking about it? Well, it's because platforms like this are not just about trading a few stocks. They're about building the fundamental rails for a much, much bigger financial revolution. We are clearly in phase 1 right now, just building that compliant bridge. But the very next steps are all about going deeper into DeFi. And the ultimate vision? Well, that brings us right back to that quote we started with. A future where every single asset is a token, tradable on-chain, all over the world, instantly.
SoloTex really represents a critical piece of that giant puzzle. It's a regulated, practical bridge between two completely different financial systems, and it leaves us with this one final thought. Are we witnessing the first real, functional merger of TradFi and Web3? And could this be the beginning of the end for the old way of doing things?